there, welcome to another great video game ideas not used video, GVGINU for short. As always, I'm Andre, and it's a pleasure to share my thoughts with you. Sorry it's a little early in the morning, so I'm not quite awake. But, I've actually attempted to make a couple videos on the Nintendo movement, or Nintendo ReDirect as it is currently called, by Shokio. Unfortunately, they haven't come out quite how I wanted to say things. It's not like I'm trying to be an ass or anything to anybody, because I like the idea behind the movement, but looking at it, it's not quite organized, and there looks to be like a lot of people who tried to troll the movement. I mean, just by looking at some of the stuff that was said on Miiverse and some of the Twitter posts that I've actually come across and some things I've seen on Facebook. Or was that Facebook? I don't know. I know I've seen some posting in some odd places that just weren't quite right as far as what the movement was supposed to be. And the little advice that I can offer, because, I've never really done a big, large-scale thing like this, so I can't say, hey, I know exactly what you need to do. But the few suggestions I can come up with, and a few things I would like to say, because a couple of these things Tony Rendy had said in one of his suggestion videos, and I agreed with it. Firstly, if you're really clamoring for games that you want to have come out, show fan appreciation to the company. Show them how much you love the series, how big of a fan you are of it, how much you would appreciate it. Those things you have to do. One of the great things with Miiverse is that people can put up artwork. And what better way to show your fan appreciation than to do as many pictures as you can of your favorite character or series, and somehow put the name of the movement in the picture. If enough people did that, they would take notice. Another way is like he suggested, Tony Rendy has suggested, was the I think it was paper origami, something like that. It was a website that he was talking about, that papercraft. That's what it was, Nintendo papercraft. Where people would be, you can go into these websites and learn how to make these R-wing fighters using paper, and people could box them up, package them up, and send them to Nintendo. And just put in with a little note, one stating, "Would love this game. Would love to see a return to this franchise," and put in the name of the movement. Enough people did it. Like he said, it's tangible. It's a physical thing. It's not so easy to ignore. Granted, there are some things digitally that are hard to ignore as a person, but it's not something they could look at and pretty much write off. They would have to take it into consideration. Another thing I would suggest, organize one point for a certain period of time. Emphasize one particular point for a certain period of time. OS features, notifications, and I'll provide a link. You can look on Google Plus, though. Jamie Butterworth did an excellent mock-up of what notifications should look like on the Wii U through the OS. I say spend a dedicated period of time on one particular subject. You can't have a bunch of people throwing out random things all over the place. One particular subject for, say, maybe a 2-week period. Have everyone in your movement focus on that one subject. Everyone. Not Some people focus on this and some people focus on that. If you get a big enough group of people to focus on one thing at a time, and yes, people have said it requires you to sacrifice something. Yes, it requires you to sacrifice your time and to sacrifice, not always getting what you want right off. And for the Nintendo Wii, OS features would probably take the cake as the thing that it needs the most. I mean, there are features still that the Wii had that the Wii U doesn't have, and there are features that the 3DS has that the Wii U doesn't have. So get that organized and be like, and people want party chat. People want, to be able to talk to multiple people with the Wii U chat. Hell, like I said in the video before, when I made the suggestion, they need to change it from Wii U chat to Nintendo chat and make it available across the Wii U and the 3DS. That would be something that's sensible. And it wouldn't take them. I mean, yeah, it would take them some time to implement it, but it shouldn't take them that long. They could get it done in a fairly quick manner. And things with the eShop, like being able to buy across both platforms from one of them. That would be great. That would be amazing. And for games that are on both the Wii U and the 3DS, to be able to transfer your saves back and forth and buy, one digital copy of the game and have it for both. And Nintendo is already working on their unified account system, as far as I know. I mean, hopefully that might come with it. We don't know. But, and say, come on, man. It's people... Really, you guys gotta get working together on this. I support the movement, but like I said, it needs direction. It needs a solid direction. Like, it's kind of like, think of taking a fish out of water and just throwing it on the ground. It's just floundering about. That's where the movement currently looks to be. And I want it to do better. I want to see it do better. I want to see this succeed, because if this is done the right way, then it opens up lines of communication between the gamers and the game company and on a much deeper level. So I definitely want to see something like this be taken into consideration and be done. Like, another great thing, send letters. Send tons and tons of letters detailing things to Nintendo. If enough people send a letter, it doesn't have to be exact same wording, but if enough people send a letter handwritten to the company, one, it shows that you care. Two, it shows that you are interested in seeing this company further succeed. And three, shows them that you are a dedicated fan. I mean, look, not everybody's going to have the patience to sit down and write out a letter to Nintendo detailing, hey, these are OS features that I would love to see for the Wii U. These are features for the eShop that I would love to see for the Wii U. Heck, I think that, honestly, the Wii U chat shouldn't even be an application, not like a standard application. It should be moved to where, at least for the Wii U, where the eShop is, where Miiverse is, where your friends list is. It should be moved to that so it's accessible at any point while you are playing a game. You can stop your gameplay, get on Wii U chat, and talk to somebody directly, like they showed in their preview video for the Wii U when they were talking about it originally, and they showed the guy get off of Zombie U to go ask for advice, and he jumped on Wii U chat. Now, it shouldn't stop your gameplay in order for you to go into Wii U chat. It should suspend it, just like anything. Like I said, internet, Miiverse, eShop. It should suspend your gameplay to go into that, not completely stop it. Shoot, throat's drying out. These are things that the movement probably should have jumped on first. And I can say I'm a little guilty too because I put up a post. But mine was hashtags that I'd already seen for the movement. So I wasn't jumping up just throwing up random words. I literally stuck with hashtags from the movement, at least as far as I can remember them being. But I'm probably gonna have to rethink that. But if this movement doesn't work out, I'm gonna hit it while the iron is hot. So if that movement doesn't work out, people, I'm gonna come up with something and hopefully be able to organize it well enough that it'll work. Because if this fails and we sit on that, chances are we won't be able to get them to listen to us later on. So if that fails, jump on it soon as possible. Somebody has to do it, and I will be very willing to. But I think I'm done. And for people who disagree with the movement, fine, disagree with it. If you disagree with the way it's being run, there are ways to be respectable about telling that. Because I've seen, and there are a lot of YouTubers that I respect out there, but some people that I do respect have very different views than I do, and would probably, want to shoot the movement down as soon as possible. But I say let people do what they do. If it's not gonna personally affect you and you get benefit from it, fine. The only problem I have with it, like I said, if this movement fails, is that it could possibly close down lines of communication for a long time. And if that happens, if it fails, someone would have to come up with one right behind it, be right on top of it, and be more concise and organized. That's the only way it's going to work out. So, yep. I think I literally am done. So thank you for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears out for more of my stuff. And until the next time, enjoy your games.